Hello everybody, welcome back to the Hopeful Barnacle. My current project in this channel is a Tumblr Poetry Series. I'm going on to the hashtag Spilled Ink, taking a poem I like from that list and then reading it along with reading one of my own. So tonight I've chosen an untitled poem. I didn't see a title, so I'm thinking it's untitled, by a user that goes by Silver Afternoons, and their Tumblr page is called Silver Afternoon Poetry. So yeah, I'm just going to begin right now by reading that. I chose it. I thought it was, for one thing, just very heartfelt. It's definitely pretty personal, but just has, the touch of someone who's established like a solid vocabulary for themselves, and just has their own little thing going on. So I always like that kind of poem. I just want to read it, so I'm going to. Here we go. My aunt's brain has become filled with fragments emptied of entirety, and so we take every sentence riddled with craters and vowels that do not belong, and we cradle them, hoping they might grow into coherent stories about summers in France and champagne spilled by the canals of Amsterdam. Every word she says is covered with a film of grey that will never rinse off. She has lost faith in her lips because they can no longer translate her thoughts. She tells me, I have a lot of nice things, but I am half of what I once was. Some nights I'm afraid my body is dripping off of windowsills. My uncle is well versed in her every memory. He has become the storyteller, and he does a good impression, but he longs for her voice to light up the words his mouth cannot do justice. Every night she takes him by the hands and apologizes for her foolish absent mind, as if she had only forgotten to buy milk at the grocery. And he lays down, recalling every detail of that day. He will have to remind her of tomorrow. He is an actor without a script. He is tied to her by the strings of German puppets and threads from Swedish jackets. Her mind does wander, but she cannot go anywhere that he will not follow. So again, that was an untitled poem by Silver Afternoons. I'll be reading one of my own called Security right after I take a drink, because my mouth is a little dry. Crash the search party with impatience trying to find you. Short on scraps to huff to pin down your missing scent, and the wild winds blow, obscuring your trail, wafting false leads through the trees. If I know when this hurricane will temper with idyllic pause, I'll poke the eye. Where oh where does this carpal tunnel travel? Bend at the wrist closed for construction. This lane ends. It takes a long, long time to come out of the trouble, if you can feel your way out of the rubble. The same way planets sleep in cold shadows, I contrast what gets to happen elsewhere to what doesn't happen here, and freeze over. It takes a long, long time for life to feel fertile. Do you wake hoping for a lily of the Nile? Feeding water and light, planted in the minerals where my limbs coil. Canopy in sight, every inch I grow competes with strangling vines. I bellow to the sun to hang its hat at high noon. Give me the chance to catch up, 'cause the moon is malnourishment, and I howled for far too long. Alright, so that's that. That's video number 3. I'm going to keep doing them, because it's pretty fun, and I think people are enjoying it, the ones that are tuning in. So, as I said before, the videos for the channel names are going to be right here, and they're also going to be in the description on every video on YouTube, and probably on the Tumblr as well. So yeah, for those who watched, thanks for tuning in.